Hi, I have a confession to make to you. I am 70 years old and I play with Lego. Welcome to Since 1954, a podcast by this old guy who hopes to help you raise the level of joy in your life as you age. Now, today I'm talking to my fellow senior citizens. But if you're a younger Lego builder, for example, you may want to stick around so that if you have a grandparent, you can get them this information because I think it's really important. Today, I'm a Lego apologist because I want to convince my fellow seniors that playing with Lego as a senior is good for our health. Now, this is not a health claim, I'm not a doctor, but I really believe this strongly, and I'm going to go into the reasons why I think this is so and try to convince you before the end of this short podcast. Now, first of all, I want to point out that I'm calling myself Grandpappy Bricks. And the reason I'm calling myself that is because, well, I'm a new grandpappy. Just a couple of weeks old is my young granddaughter, and it's very exciting at 70 to finally have a grandchild. And I so look forward to all the toys and books I'll be able to read and play with her. And Lego is one of those things. Or in the case of toddlers, it's something called Duplo, which is a system of bricks that's bigger. Here it is right here, and it's for from 1.5 years on. And it's just pieces that are bigger, so younger children don't choke on them. That's one of the reasons, and it's easier for little hands to manipulate. So I'm already buying Duplo so that I can play with my granddaughter. Um, I want to review for you though, if you are new to Lego, if that's even possible. You've got to have heard of Lego. Most people have. It's been around since I was a kid, but not everybody played with it back then. Um, let's look at though exactly what Lego is, and I'll review what the kind of idea behind the systems are. Um, Here's the most basic kind of Lego set. It's a brick building system that it's different shapes of bricks and sizes that fit together. And in this classic Lego set, which is basically different color bricks and different sizes, I think there's like 800 in this set, somewhere in there. Um, it comes in a big yellow tub where you can store it. It's basically freestyle building. You just kind of put things together and build. And they give you some ideas within this container, but it's not a theme set. It's a set where you create the theme and you decide what it is that you want to build. So that's the first kind of Lego. But there are themed Lego sets. For example, there are movie tie-ins like Star Wars, and you could build the Millennium Falcon, for example. There's a kit that helps you build that. But you may be thinking, if I'm going to do this as a senior, I don't want to be doing, movies like Star Wars or a big yellow cartoonish tub. I would like to do something a little more adult like, and they have that too. So they have all kinds of, they have the Eiffel Tower, they have the, Statue of Liberty, they have the Empire State Building, they have the Tokyo skyline, they even have the Apollo 11 module, like right here. And you could build that. So there are lots of different options. You don't have to, you don't have to build a kind of what you might think of as pop culture movies or just do freestyle Lego building. Um, how did I get interested in this? Before I tell you the benefits of it, let me tell you how I got into it. Well, my son lives in Berlin, and he's an adult. And during the pandemic, he had played with Legos as a kid. He needed something to do during the lockdown because he was going stir crazy, so he bought a Lego set again. And he said I had just so much fun putting it together. And I thought to myself, well, gee, that's interesting. That might be fun for the two of us to do since he did it as a kid. So when he visits, maybe we could do that. But if we're going to do that, I probably should practice building some Lego. So I personally grew up with Lionel trains, and if you're like me, you may have done that as well. They were the ubiquitous toy of my generation. Everybody under the Christmas tree just about had a Lionel train set. So I still have Lionel trains, and every summer in my garage I set up a layout. And I thought, well, maybe this year instead of using traditional train scenery, I should use some sort of Lego building scenery. So I have a Harry Potter themed train from the books and the movies, and it's the Hogwarts Express train, which is that wonderful English train that's kind of red colored. And I thought to myself, well, that would be fun to set up this summer. Maybe I could find some Harry Potter themed Lego and use that as scenery. And so I went looking, and sure enough, there's Harry Potter Lego sets, and so I bought a couple and I put them together, and then I decided, well, hey, maybe the theme of my train board this summer will be like Legoland, and people visit Legoland and they ride the train around Legoland, and they see things like Jurassic Park and Indiana Jones and Hogwarts, and that'll be my theme. And so I started building these sets, and I just got totally hooked. I was just having so much fun. And then something happened. The kind of light bulb went off for me. As I said, I am a teacher. I have a master's in teaching. And so the teacher brain in me took over. I know that we use Legos in classrooms and schools for kids because it has all kinds of benefits. And I started thinking, I'm 70, but I'm receiving the same kind of benefit that a child receives when they are building with Lego. And so here are the reasons that I think you should consider as a senior citizen building Lego sets. The first reason is fine motor skills. Lego works your fine motor skills. And this is what I mean because Lego is tiny little pieces, and you have to manipulate those pieces into, a model that you're building. And it takes some dexterity. Now, I don't know about you, but when I'm 80, I want to be able to button my own shirt without any help. I don't want people having to button my shirt for me. And you know that takes fine motor skills. And as we age, our fingers get arthritic, or, it just gets harder for us to manipulate those fine motor skills. We've got to use it. We've got to practice it. We've got to keep our fingers moving. It's the reason as seniors we should be going to the gym too. If you sit in your chair when you're 70 and you never get out, very soon you're not going to be able to get up out of that chair. So it's the same with your fine motor skills. So I realized that as I was building this every day, I was working these fine motor skills and the dexterity that it will take me to button my shirt when I'm 80. So that's the first benefit. And it's the same kind of benefit that a little kid gets when they work with blocks and stacking toys and little delicate toys like Lego. They are building fine motor skills. And that's a really important thing. The next thing that Lego does is it fosters concentration. Like doing a crossword puzzle, like making a jigsaw puzzle, except at the end of a Lego, you have a three-dimensional model that you can play with or put on your train set or display it. Here is what comes with every Lego book. Now, this is from a Jurassic Park set that I have, but it's a just book of plans, and it tells you how to build. So every step of the way, it takes you through every piece that you need to put in place in order to build whatever the themed model is. And that takes concentration because what you're doing is you're taking a two-dimensional schematic, an elevation, like an architect's plans, and you are having to translate it into three dimensions as you build it. And that's more difficult than it sounds. Some of these sets have a lot of pieces, and sometimes, trying to translate what is on the page to what is in front of you can be difficult. There have been several times when I've had to go back a few steps, take things apart because I've put it together incorrectly. And I only discover 3 steps down the way that it's not fitting. And then I have to go back and look at the two-dimensional blueprint and look at the three-dimensional model and turn it and try to assess why I went wrong and how to correct it. And that's really good for my brain and for my concentration and for my patience, I might add. It's the same benefit that children get when they are using Lego. Now, the next reason is it fosters and encourages collaboration. And collaboration is basically the art of working together. And we know that one of the things we know about businesses is what they're looking at is it for is soft skills. They want people who can work together and who can serve their customers and work together to solve problems. And so, Lego is a benefit to students because it's helping them with those soft skills. I know from my research after I started playing with this and I got interested, I know from my research and again teacher brain, I know from my research that Lego is used to teach autistic children collaboration skills. Um, Kids love to play with Lego, and so when you say to a group of autistic children, "Yeah, you can play with Lego, but you have to do it together," then they kind of form teams. So you set up some ground rules. You say one of you is the builder, one of you finds the pieces, one of you looks at the plans, and you work together to build this model. And then you switch roles. And that's a tried and true collaboration technique. And we know that as senior citizens, as we age, it's important for us to have social interaction. So I can't tell you how much fun it would be to get together with a friend or, even better, a grandchild. If you have a grandchild, that is a home run because you will be the coolest grandparent on earth if when they come over, you got a Lego set sitting on the kitchen table and an invitation for them to build it with you. And the opposite is true if you're a grandchild and you happen to be watching this. Um, you know, Invite your grandmother or grandfather to build some Lego with you, and you might find you have a pretty steady building partner. So collaboration is another reason why Lego's good for both children and for us as senior citizens. Now, here's another reason: creativity. Lego sparks creativity, and I don't just mean if you build with the big tub of bricks and you just create your own project that you build. I'm talking about theme sets too, because you may think that a theme set has to look exactly like the picture on the box looks. Well, it can, and very often you want it to, but it doesn't have to. A lot of Lego builders modified their themed sets. They'll make it bigger. They'll enclose it so that it has four walls all the way around. They might change some colors of bricks. So this fosters creativity. You're in charge. There's no Lego police saying, no, 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 you didn't build that right. You have to do it this way. You can do it however you want to do it, and that's creative. And then the final reason why I build with Lego as a senior citizen and think it's a benefit to me is that it's fun. It just raises the level of joy in my life. And as you know, anything that can raise the level of joy in anyone's life is a worthwhile endeavor, and Lego is certainly that. So let me review very quickly with you the reasons why I think as senior citizens we should be playing with Lego. Number one, fine motor skills. You want to button that shirt when you're 80. Number two, fosters concentration. Number three, collaboration. Build it with your grandkids, for God's sake. Four, creativity. And five, it's just plain fun. So that's it. I may never make another Lego video again, but it was really important to me to kind of try to advocate for this as a pastime because it's not something we would think of doing as senior citizens. Yes, there are what's called adult fans of Lego. It's a very popular thing to do amongst adults because a lot of adults started as kids building Lego, and it's so much fun they don't want to stop. But I don't know a lot of truly senior citizens who do it. If you're one of them, please leave some comments below because I'd love to read about your experience with it. I'm just on fire about the benefits of it. Finally, if you have enjoyed this video, like it and subscribe to this channel because I will be posting other things that kind of help raise the joy in my life, and I would love for you to know when I post them. And it may be another Lego video. I may help you find a set that you want to start with because you'll hear that Lego's expensive, and it can be expensive. We bought a very expensive set to build as a family, which is the Disney Castle. which is like 4,000 pieces, which was several $100s we're going to do as a family this summer. But it doesn't have to be. I just recently bought some Lego sets for under $10, 20, 30, $40. There's often 20, 30% sales. So it can be a very affordable thing to do. And it just gives you a lot of pleasure in doing so. So that's it for now. I want to thank you very much. I want to leave you with this: just build, baby, build, and good luck and have fun.